Good afternoon. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things. So, for many years now, there has been a new saying going around that the men who once considered themselves men of moral and principle, men of respect, are long gone. And now the primary credential or the primary attribute as to being respected is money. Now, long before this, there was an old adage that if you say that you can't be bought, you haven't heard the right price yet. And this certainly holds true now today, more so than ever, simply because the streets have traditionally, or were at least supposed to uphold these values, these principles more than anyone, despite consequence, despite death, life, despite life sentences, ups and downs, turnarounds. They were to remain loyal to this particular code. And it was almost as if this belief in this code was their literal compass throughout the course of life, and being the literal fuel in return to what seems as if it was a train of stupidity. Now, for this, for this dedication, for this hard work, what was your pension at the end? You used to receive a lifelong reward, and oftentimes it was financial. But if it was not financial, at least you received the glory from your respective neighborhood as an OG who was really about it from the start and stood for something. Therefore, worthy of giving knowledge and training up to the next generation, so to speak, and to walk in the same path and be better at it than yourself. But all the while, at the end of the day, the primary goal for all of this whole game that you were or knowingly playing, the goal was to make it out and onto the other side of life, and to change the financial reality of not only your family but for your friends for generations to come. Now, this whole game, this whole beautiful love story that I just described to you, this is all a facade. This is all something of yesteryear, and honestly, this has always been a facade. It's always been a lie in a game that's been to destroy our people. But at least we were aware of what was going on. We were aware of what was at stake, and we treated it as such, and we played this game as a means to an end. We came in knowing what to expect, but also trying to get in and get up out of there. But now this lifestyle is literally being promoted on a grand scale with no goal in mind, literally embodying the live fast and die young mentality. So it's almost as if the mentality is, so what if I take a life? So what if I get a life sentence? I just tell on somebody, it ain't no thing. I mean, what's the consequence? I'm gonna still get the same amount of love as someone who kept it real. I'm probably gonna have more hoes than this man because I still got to stay on. I still got my resources. I'm still hot. I didn't miss a beat, That's you that blew your time when you was hot, doing 7, 10, 15 years, etc. But this is the side that no one is telling the youth. But on the flip side of this, they're literally being brainwashed by this music. This is the main factor, the main driver oftentimes, as what's compelling these youth or writing the blueprint for their lives, so to speak. And I understand the influence because I was influenced myself once, looking up to rappers as a child, but the only issue is you're literally prophesying over yourself. As many people know, they throw it around so many times, but it's very real that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so we sit here, we speak murder, 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 murder all day. No money, no success, love, family, none of this stuff is in the mix. Nothing. It's just murder and sex, and let's not forget drug abuse. And worse than that, you're rewarded. If you're good enough at it, hey, you finna get on. But you combine all of these factors, and you get the result of where we are currently as a people, and that's lost. But when I look at Kodak, who is supposed to represent the real, basically vouching for a snitch, a male with no integrity, simply because his money was right, his bag was right. You know, he literally endorsed this man. That's all it took to endorse this man, to stamp him, to tell him, hey, he good, y'all. I'll make a song with him, he good in the hood. He can pull up. It's crazy, but you know, I expect this type of thing, though, because these are businessmen at the end of the day, and you know, I ain't hurt like Boosie, like, dang, oh my God, you the streets, man, you can't be doing this. But to me, this was a direct representation of the state of the streets, and I come here to tell the young man, despite how appealing it may look, the streets do not love you, and you literally have to be stupid to jump in the streets with all this against you, and with all of this free money out here right now. If you simply use your mind, if you utilize the tools that the Lord is giving you, stop listening to and looking up to these rappers like they your daddy or something like that. These are not qualified leaders at all. All of them are flawed. You know, keep that in mind. But y'all jump in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. And until next time, certainly be blessed.